Good morning and welcome to the Hot Seat Podcast presents Football Talk Live. I'm Shawn Xavien alongside the homie, the storyteller, which I'm adding into the shot right now. Morning, folks. Of course, we are live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And as always, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitch at the Hot Seat Podcast. And of course, if you're watching us on YouTube specifically, make sure you like and subscribe. We are powered by none other than DUBBY Energy, which means no sugar, no jitters, no crash. The best tasting energy drink that you can find. You don't believe me? You can just go over to dubby.gg and try it out for yourself and go ahead and insert our code, the Hot Seat Podcast, and check out and get 10% off your entire order whenever you shop DUBBY, official partner of the Hot Seat Podcast. January 4th, 2026, our first show of the new year. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, my friend. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Feeling good? Feeling good. We're doing the show here. We're on a solemn note because for a couple of us here, our season stops here. Actually, it might have ended a long time ago, along with a few other teams, though. But before we get into that, let's get into some college football. The college football playoff is going on, and it has been a doozy, to say the least. The college football quarterfinal scoreboard, man, some beat downs and some supposed upsets. I'm not going to lean in too far, but we know what it is. The U might just be back. And Miami upsetting Ohio State, which, in my opinion, based off of what Indiana did to Ohio State in that Big Ten championship game, I'm not really sure if it was an upset at all. We were watching the game here at the house on New Year's Eve, and I think I said to somebody, if Miami can make it a defensive battle and they can run the ball, it's going to be a wrap for Ohio State, because the defense in Miami has been the most dominant that I've seen it in years. And Ohio State, they just, best receiver in the country probably, but they just ain't have enough, man, for that Miami defense. And they had all the alumni on the sideline, which was crazy. Starting off with that game, what did you take away from that game, man?
I saw a Miami team that came to play. They were well prepared. I will say that. Yeah. We always had our emphasis on the fact of just the offense being consistent. Right. And then they'll be in any single game because the defense is going to show up. And you make the big plays at the end of the game, but you really didn't have to make it too much towards the end, because it was kind of, wrapped up in a way. Yeah. As far as Ohio State, I think they have to realize how deep their own conference is now.
Yes.
And the Ohio State that you saw could win the Big Ten and things like that, I will say 4 or 5 years ago. That Big Ten now, which we call like the Big 22, 23, 24.
Right.
It's totally different now. When you have a team like Indiana that is ready to go, when you have a team that can be as scary, especially offensive wise, as Oregon, that's ready to go year after year. I won't speak about Michigan. We'll see who shows up for them next year, barring this year. But that's even been a kryptonite for them up until this year. You don't know when Michigan State's going to return back and things like that. You don't know what USC team you're about to get. They're a very deep conference, and they got to wake up to that. The normal things that they've been doing is not going to get them there. And now when they jump out here to see some of these other teams, like a Miami, like if how deep this whole playoff is becoming, you're going to see some teams that are just ready to go. And if you're not ready to go each and every week, I don't know. Sometimes it just seems like Day doesn't get his people ready. He has the players. Nobody can say he doesn't have the players. He has the players. They're all there. We've been talking about the defense all year, but I don't know, man. He seems like he just okay, I got the staffing there, so they should be able to just go out there and play and win every single game. And that's not that's not gonna do it.
But let's go.
I don't want to take anything get away from Miami.
Yeah.
Whether Ohio State showed up or not, Miami did. And Miami's a scary team, just like we thought earlier in the year. And then they went through their little bit of stuff, and then boom, it seems like they're kicking back into gear now.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, man, we were talking about how deep the Big 25 is now. And you can no longer lean on, what you were doing in the past. So I'm going to jump right out of that game and go directly to a team or a couple of teams that it is no longer your world. And that being one, you had the Georgia Ole Miss game, really good game. Georgia's up, Ole Miss came back to win. But the one that I don't think it was a shocker because a lot of people thought they shouldn't have been in anyway. But the beatdown that Alabama took on a national stage to win Indiana 38-3, Coach Xavien, man, like the SEC had it tough. You just see it. I mean, Alabama's done. They get embarrassed out there, and then you got Georgia losing. It was rough. Ole Miss is there, and Ole Miss is going through their own thing because they lost their coach, and we're gonna get to that in a minute.
So interesting, right?
But where does this put the SEC right now, considering that what the transfer portal is like, and you really can't lean on your own laurels because you got your Indianas of the world. You got what looks like the return of Miami. You got some of these other teams that are starting to pick off some things that you didn't have, that you had on lock for so many years.
That is honestly the beauty of the NIL.
True.
Yes, there's a lot of business things that go into the NIL that people may not like, especially on the university side of things. But this is the beauty of the NIL. Yeah. I can stay at a team that's not one of those top teams that you always hear about as far as university-wise, but I can stay at some of these schools that may not even be recognized football-wise. We weren't recognized in Indiana. We knew Indiana for basketball.
Right.
That was it. It was a basketball school. You know what I mean? But you can be at a place like Indiana, have a great coach like they have right now, because hands down, that coach, I'll get out there on the field and play. Just listen to him talk, bro.
Yes.
Just listen to the way he talks. He will motivate his players, but he will also scare the hell out of you, because that's how sincere he is in what he's saying.
Right.
And he knows. And before everybody jumped on the bandwagon, me being a part of that, he had that belief factor. And we always talk about that. When everybody can move on the same accord, you're unstoppable. That's in business, that's in sports, that's in whatever you want to bring it to. Well, that's what he has going on. That team steps on the field and they fear no one. You can't tell me that they do. They don't care who they got to go through.
I got a stat for you, and I hope that I got the numbers right. The last 2 seasons, the Indiana, are they the Hoosiers? That's so crazy because the Hoosiers, you think about basketball, but they football.
That's what I'm saying.
They have a winning percentage of somewhere around like 92%, something like 0.927. Prior to that, the prior 40 plus years, their winning percentage is somewhere like 0.43. They weren't even above 500. And you're talking about, to your point, the NIL and everything else. And the joke was that JMU had 2 teams in the playoff. You actually had JMU, and then you had Indiana, which Coach Xavien was the actual coach at JMU, which he took a lot of those JMU players to Indiana. So you had JMU, and then you had JMU 2.0 in Indiana. And man, from having a Heisman Trophy winner to a team that's just running the ball down your throat. I mean, they laid the wood down. I don't remember the last time I saw Alabama just get handled like that, which calls into question. Their coach has been on the hot seat since a few weeks now, man. And I don't know what this does for you getting embarrassed like that on national television, for sure. Yeah. It's
he
rough.
Said the key part of it, national television too. These smaller schools are still getting the primetime games because they're performing.
Yeah.
And if I can stay at a smaller school, technically, I guess you would say in the football world, if I can stay at a smaller school, still get paid, still get noticed and be on television, why am I going anywhere else?
Exactly.
Why am I going somewhere as, that 5-star coming out of high school, but now I got to go to Ohio State or something like that and sit behind another 5-star for a year or two. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking that Arch Manning path and sitting behind a quarterback for a couple of years, and then I jump out there and maybe I'm not prepared. I'm not doing that, So it opens up the field to me, and honestly, shoot, they may stretch this playoff a little bit further. From what I'm hearing.
Yeah, they're talking about going at 16. They're talking about 16 at some point. Jumping over to the Ole Miss UGA game. That game, it was 12-21. Going into halftime, Ole Miss, I believe, missed the opportunity to put some points on the field. And next thing you know, it's 21-19, 19-24, 27-24. And then all of a sudden you're looking up and like, oh man, Georgia, you might be in trouble for this game. Another team that they've kind of been resting on their laurels a little bit. And some of these teams, you caught up with them eventually. And nothing, coach down there, he's not changed. I mean, Georgia has won, all types of SEC championships, some national championships, but now you have one Ole Miss that some players have some decisions to make, because some of them who were looking at going over with Lane Kiffin to LSU, which is a whole nother shitty situation. But do you come back to an Ole Miss? Do they flip a couple of guys out of Georgia and get them to actually come over to an Ole Miss type? And just looking on the stats from that, 362 passing yards against Georgia. Remember when the joke about the Philadelphia Eagles drafting everybody off of the Georgia defense? They need some of them back, because that defense in Georgia was not it against Ole Miss. And they, to your point, they got embarrassed again, literally.
Mm-hmm. There's a whole situation there with Ole Miss.
Yeah.
When we speak about Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin is that person to build a team up and then be gone. He's looking for the next opportunity. You know what? Just because Earl just jumped on, he's Earl in college football on the on the game. That is exactly who Lane Kiffin is. He built that organization up, and then he's gone. And, I mean, that's what it is. But these players got to know that.
Yeah,
they got to know that. And do you want to jump ship to jump over to LSU, knowing you don't know what you're gonna get with him there?
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea how it goes.
Yeah.
Or stay at Ole Miss, who still seems to be rocking, even with who they have in place interim-wise.
Yeah.
So, that's why I said that NIL opens it up, because why would I jump who's over there already, when I know I'm starting here, where I know I'm getting the ball here, where I know I'm getting the yards here, I know I'm getting televised here, and we're in the playoffs, So, and we just upset Georgia. Now, pun intended on this, Kirby Smart got outsmarted. He got outcoached.
Fact. He did. He did.
He rests on his morals so much, you could just see certain plays being called, and you're like, what are you doing? That hasn't been working all game. What are you doing? And I'm going to talk about this more when we get to the NFL, because I saw it too much, especially last night.
Mm-hmm.
But when do we stop taking points? I saw it in the chat the other day. I just don't understand. You outsmart yourself. You're looking at all these analytics and stuff. Take the points. You are basically saying that you do not believe in your defense at all. You're down there, you're inside the red zone, and people don't take the point. It could be 4th and 3, 4th and 4. People do not take the points. I don't get it.
The analytic part, I feel like they've leaned so far. Look, NFL and college, they're like they taking everything from NBA and college basketball, because now basketball leans heavily into the analytics part. And to your point, there are situations you're like, yo, just take the field goal. Just take the field goal. What are you doing? And they decide now this, and then you'll hear, and even the commentators be annoying me, because they be like, analytics will say this is the best opportunity to do it. This is coming from a coach, and I got my former head coach with me out there, Coach Rob, in there, and he said facts. We know, hey, we down there, hey, we going to get points, bro. We gonna get points. At the end of the day, we getting points.
I understand if you're down by like 3 touchdowns and you need to get I'm talking about it be the beginning of the game. It's the beginning of the game, and they don't take the three. I don't get it.
It's the beginning of the game. You're in the red zone. The analytics told you to go. You know what I'm saying? And then you mess around and you lose by 3 points because you didn't take that field goal.
And people, I know you can't quantify momentum. They don't like to, whatever we got into this new phase now, this new fancy, the talking heads and everything about said, you can't, there's no metric that shows you what momentum really is. Newsflash, if you've never coached, momentum is a thing. And what that really is checking the mental of the players that's on your squad. If you're on offense and then that other defense stops them on that fourth down, that kills your offense. It demoralizes them like, damn, bro, we did all that, especially if you got especially one of those long drives. It'd be like 12 minutes. 12 plays, 6 minutes for you to get nothing out of it. And we're going to talk about that shortly. You get nothing out of it. So now you're like, so the defense like, damn, I guess we got to hold these guys here. And then it's like, and all of a sudden you got the players looking at each other. Then they looking at you like, coach, what the hell? But they ain't going to say nothing, especially on the college level, because it's like, I ain't trying to get benched. All that for you to be like, well, the analytics said this, bruh, coach the game. John Madden is rolling in his grave right now. Like, what are you doing? Take the game. Because to Earl's point, those 3 points, Coach Rob, those 3 points end up being crucial in some of these games, which is crazy.
You know what it's like? This might not be the greatest comparison, but it's kind of like this. When you taught to drive, you're supposed to drive the speed limit, right?
Right.
Or you get a ticket. Now, can you can flutter between a couple miles off here and there, yeah. But then when you're on the, like, if you're in Jersey, PA, New York, whatever, you're on the turnpike, you're in that passing lane, or any highway, you learn to go with the flow of the traffic. So if you're going with the speed of the traffic, whether the speed of the traffic is at 80 and the 65, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be okay because you're going with the speed of the traffic. You know what I'm saying? So I say all I like to say is just, like what Shawn just said, go with the flow of the game. Coach the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If the game dictates this at this point in time, then do what the game is dictating. You know what I'm saying? Stop over guessing, stop overthinking. You know what I'm saying? And just do what you got to do. At the end of the day, it ain't never a loss if you take some points, whether it's 6, 7, or 3. Take the daggone points. Because at the end of the game, you're going to be sitting up there saying, because you never know what's going to happen, you like, damn, if we just kicked the daggone field goal, we'd have been up by 1. Or we'd have kicked the daggone field goal, we'd have won this game. You know what I'm saying? But y'all overthink.
So let's go ahead and go into the 2 matchups, the semifinals, and lean onto the fact that there's a team in this coming matchup, that being Oregon against Indiana. I'm start over there first. Oregon by far has had the easiest path. They had JMU to start, and then they had Texas Tech. Now you can look at the fact that JMU did put up 34 points, but that was in garbage time. But here's the thing about that. When you get comfortable in the game, again, momentum is everything. When you get comfortable in the game, if your team is better than the other team, this is just my opinion, guys, I'm trying to wipe you off the floor, period. I don't want to leave no doubt. But when you get to the point, because Oregon was beating the brakes off of JMU for a second, and then you can see that they let up. Then you go into the next game, you play Texas Tech, you blow them out. That gives you a false sense of, we got this. They're about to go up against the Indiana team that I don't think that they know what they're about to match up against. So what you guys take on, how you guys see this Oregon Indiana game kind of like, turning out?
I mean, saying both of all of these games, I mean, Oregon is cool, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. But I agree, like, they did have the easiest path.
Right.
Indiana, everybody should be concerned with Indiana because it's a basketball school that ain't got nothing to lose. What this coach did in a matter of 2-3 years was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, you need to take Indiana extremely serious. I feel like they're going to underestimate Indiana and think they're going to walk over them, which I hope they don't think that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
what you got, Dave?
Indiana is ran like an NFL team.
That's true.
From top to bottom. I'm telling you, just watch them. Just watch them, the way that they move, the play call and what they rely on. They're ran very well and very efficiently. And I'm surprised when they make any type of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when people sit back and even question, like, even their quarterback, like, oh, well, Heisman-wise, did he deserve the Heisman and everything? That was a team Heisman award, because trust me, he's nasty. He's legit.
Yeah.
And he has it together. But team-wise, all the way from that offensive line, the way they move, the route running and things like that. And I mean, did you see the running back the other day? I mean, either one you put in there, just open lanes, just there. Yeah, it's a factory. It's a factory. With Oregon, I don't sleep on them. I saw somebody say that in the comments. I don't sleep on them, but we have to be honest. Sometimes they just don't show up.
True.
Sometimes they just don't show up, and they're so reliant on that offense putting up so many points that I just think Indiana all the way around is just a better team, and they got, you know, the small end of this as far as the small end of the stick, because I guarantee they didn't want to see Indiana.
No, they didn't.
Guarantee you that. And like I said earlier, I don't think Indiana cares who they play.
I don't think they do either. And you can look at I'm gonna go into the fact you said they ran like an NFL team. The Indiana team is efficient. I think they were somewhere around like 9 or 14 on third down. They ran for over 200 yards in that game. That JMU game got away from Oregon. I mean, that Oregon game, that JMU game got away from them because Oregon struck fast. Like they were scoring in like a minute and a half.
They can score quick.
Score fast. But JMU still ran the ball. JMU still almost had 200 rushing yards. Actually, JMU had the ball longer than Oregon did because they so fast. So what that does is, yes, JMU couldn't stop them from scoring, but they did held the ball, meaning your defense was on the field a lot longer. What you think Indiana going to do? I think Indiana had, I'm looking at that, Indiana had the ball against Alabama 34-21. 34 minutes that Indiana had that game against Alabama. You don't think they're going to slow that game down and just be leaning on those Oregon defenders?
But that's what I'm saying. Now, the game that really impressed me for Oregon was the Texas Tech game.
Yeah, true.
I didn't see that happening as far as no shutout. Beating them in that way.
Yeah.
I did have them winning.
Yeah.
But I didn't have them winning in that fashion. Remember, I'm a Big Ten guy. I'm a Michigan fan. We ain't going to talk too much about it. I am a Michigan fan. But I saw when Oregon came on over, they were one of the teams that I sat back and I was like, oh, boy, here we come.
Yeah.
Because we're not used to those high-flying teams like that.
Right.
In that Big Ten side of things.
Yeah.
You know, Ohio State can do that sometimes, but most of the teams, it's ground and pound and just go. So to see that come on over there, we were like, oh, boy, here it goes. They're about to open up the field on us. But I just think Indiana is just, unless something heavily goes wrong, I just think they have it all the way around.
Yeah. Moving to the other side is the game that I'm most excited about. My University of Miami, playing against Ole Miss. And it's going to be a good game. But I'm looking at the defense. The defense is going to give Ole Miss hell. They're going to have to score every single time. That pass rush for Miami hasn't been this good, man, since the days. I mean, we're talking about early 2000s, bro. And watching all of the legends on the sideline, going all the way to the coach himself, Jimmy Johnson being on the sideline. You know, you got Michael Irvin on the sideline. You got Ray Lewis on the sideline. You got everybody you can think of whoever played for Miami on the sideline.
Michael Irvin is in the game. Let's just be real. The other people are on the sideline. Michael Irvin is in the game.
Oh, man. And salute to Jason Taylor, man. He's actually one of the defensive coaches from Miami. And he's defensive linebackers coach. And he's got those guys playing, man. It's going to be a game that I think, again, it's going to be defensive for those guys. Running game. I will say that Beck did dodge a bullet because at first, me and my son were looking at each other. It was like, man, if this ended up being Georgia and Miami, you're talking about all of the storylines. Remember, he played for Georgia. He didn't really get the start like talking about it, but now I feel like that pressure may have been let off of Beck. But Ole Miss, they still got something to prove because, one, they lost their head coach, and two, and we'll talk about it in a minute, they may not even have the coaching staff that was there because all of them look like to be going to LSU, which is some other shit. But that being the case, how do you see this Miami Ole Miss game going potentially?
Honestly, I think Miami's going to win that game. I will pick them to win that game. Especially if what you just discussed happens. Let's just touch on that for a second. If these coaches, from what I understand, if they may leave and go over there to LSU with Lane Kiffin, and you're in a hunt for a championship, that is the biggest slap in the face for these kids. And I spoke about it last week. You're getting all this other stuff together. You get your money right within college and stuff like that for your universities and how things are going to be done. Why not focus on the kids too? And it shouldn't be allowed. The whole fact that people just jumping ship right before the playoff, it shouldn't even be allowed. It shouldn't even be a discussion because it puts you at a disadvantage. These kids have given their whole, you could say their whole lives to get to this point. Not just this year, their whole lives to get to this point. And I may lose because we have nobody in place. And I just got to go out there and hopefully play on talent and bypass maybe some subpar play calling.
Let's talk about it, man. So the transfer portal opened up for a 16-day period. It opened up on January 2nd. Now, the head coach because the new head coach is already there in Ole Miss, and there was a contingency. There was coaches that were actually on the sidelines doing this last game, headsets on and everything else. So if these outgoing coaching staff, if they were going over to LSU, then these other coaches will come into play. But the fact, and Nick Saban has talked about it, a lot of those, because he's talked about it, the fact that you're allowing the transfer portal to even open up during the college football playoff is insane to me. No one else does this. No one. College basketball, only college football does this. It's for a 16-day period, and those who are still in the playoff get an extension. But it's wild to allow this to happen, and it's literally just that's why the NCAA, and you created this thing, they're looking for like congressional oversight and stuff like that. To try to fix this, but literally, to your point,
it should be after the season.
Yeah, these guys are literally trying to fight for a college football playoff. What it does do, it shows you how grimy, Lane Kiffin is anyway. And two, the pressure is on you because if some crazy thing happens where Ole Miss actually wins a national championship and you weren't there, brother, LSU better win the first year because they're going to be looking at you like, so why do we bring you over here then? We should take the other coach. You know what I'm saying? So what you guys take, I've already seen some players moving around. I saw the Colorado already pulled I think the leading receiver from San Jose State transferring over to them already. But what's you guys take on how this whole thing is ran, man, with the transfer portal?
But just think about this for a second. I'm going to put it in a professional perspective like the NFL. Imagine the Ravens winning today. They get into the playoffs, and the Giants go, hey, we want Harbaugh. And you just pull them.
Right.
Like, that's what we're talking about right now. You're in the playoff atmosphere. You're ready to go, and you're just pulling coaches.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to me. Now, how they even thought that timing, that scheduling is suitable for everything to move efficiently, I have no idea. So yeah, it's weird to me.
What you got, Earl, on these shenanigans, man, on the transfer portal?
I mean, it's a business, man. Like,
it definitely is.
It's
I should have said Harbaugh, right?
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, Coach. We'll talk about that in a minute.
He is part of your mistakes during the playoffs.
It's a business. They moving in every sense of it as a business. And I think for stuff to be on the even playing field, I think everybody needs to remember that it's a business. Coaches already do that. Schools already do that. But most importantly, these kids. and their families.
Yeah.
Everything is a business transaction. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, especially now.
Yeah. Loyalty is no such thing as loyalty. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's about, yo, what's going to benefit me and my future? What's the most I can get? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like
this is my only question on it. Make whatever transaction you want. Could it not be held till after the season?
No, but yeah, it could. But it's a lot of stuff that could have been done. But what I'm saying is,
that's all I'm asking.
That ain't the way and how they
it stands now.
Yeah. So my thing is at the end of the day, you move with the times and just everybody remember that it's a business. You know what I'm saying? Because before,
I got you.
Before it was the coaches and the schools know that it's a business, but they expect the players
students to be there.
To be on some. Oh, it's your school. It's for your nah, dog. All that's out the door.
Yeah,
it is a business. So we're gonna conduct this like a business. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know your track record. You leave and you go. You come in and you leave. I bet I'm not coming in. Or I'm cool with that. Like how what's my man from Kentucky, the basketball coach. That you said one and done.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Calipari.
Calipari. That was the situation. Like if you was a top.
Oh yeah, if you went there, whether it was there, Memphis,
you won and done. You won and done.
Yeah.
But you knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? You knew what it was. So it's just everybody, and mainly I'm speaking to the students and their families. Just remember that it's a business and move as such. That's all. Because they already been playing like that. Just everybody else need to catch up.
Speaking of catching up, man, let's catch up on some NFL conversation. You know, good luck to these last two teams in the college football playoffs and everybody else who's actually playing in bowl games. I've been trying to catch some of these other bowl games. I forgot they on. I was watching part of the Michigan somebody playing the game, and then I was just on TV.
You know what it's like? It was on TV. Like the NIT, bro. Like if you ain't in the big dance, like
it was New Year's Eve. The TVs were on. We were partying. I don't know what's going on. Let's get into some NFL though. Last night, Saturday night, some good football, but some really ignorant football that happened. Saturday night football, and this is the time of year where someone asked me, they're like, why is it football on Saturday? Because it's the end of the season. Week 18 is upon us, and right now there's a lot of situations where you're winning, you're in, or you need some help. So they're starting off first with the Panthers and the Buccaneers. Buccaneers win 16-14 over the Panthers, but they didn't all the way win because now the Buccaneers need the Falcons to lose. If the Falcons win, the Panthers are in and they win the division as the fourth seed in the NFC. I'm going to mention something that Dave said from the jump. Why do you just decide to do the things that you do in games? Why? There was a play during the game. Carolina had the ball, and they decided to run a flea flicker, and they were in their own end of the field. They end up dropping it, turnover, and now you put the Buccaneers in place to score. That 7 points alone, even though it was early, still, considering how rainy it was and messy it was.
That's what I'm talking about.
It cost you.
Glad you hit on. That's exactly how messy that game was.
Yeah,
you knew it wasn't going to be no 30, 40, 50-point game.
Yes.
So just rely on your defense. Get points on the board. It was early. Rely on your defense. Like, blows my mind.
I mean, first and foremost, like, even though the Bucs won, their play calling was a little shoddy too.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, y'all got down the field that first drive or two, like with ease. Like, I was like, this is about to be a rout. And then all of a sudden, y'all started playing scared. Like, I know the weather was happening. And I respected the Panthers because the Panthers understood, like, yo, we gonna have to throw this ball. Like,
yeah,
you're gonna have to throw the ball, bro. Like, figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Some hell of a catches too, though. Sheesh.
It was.
Yeah.
You know, and then my thing is, it's like the first half, the weather was horrible. All right, cool. You come out at halftime, yo, the rain stopped. Cool. You don't know how long that's gonna last. Let's take advantage. You know what I'm saying? Let's do what got us, you know, them early 7 points, them early 10 points. You know what I'm saying? But it was like your play calling Miss Shoddy. And then, yo, real talk, I ain't gonna hold you. Even though it was a sloppy game, Yo, the refs made some horrible.
I was just about to go on that.
Especially
in the case of the Panthers.
No, the Panthers got
it was horrible.
They made some.
There's a play when they got
the face
the player's helmet ripped off.
They missed the face mask, like
an automatic.
Horrible.
Not even call.
The bad thing about them joints, the refs like be right there. I'm like, what, sir? What are you looking at? You're literally looking at the play happen. I'm confused. This is what's happening.
No, I feel like it's something bigger than that, but it's. And
we'll talk about that too.
My thing is too. It's like this is the year where you have all these cameras, replay, the digital crap. Yo, it's to the point where it should be mistake free with all of this technology you got. But you still allow human error to make these mistakes. And it's like, yo, this is so obvious. Like, so obvious.
Yeah.
And then
I can go to about 5 calls that I was just sitting there like, what is going on here?
I need them to hire the people who caught that CEO and that HR lady up at that concert. Because if you can catch stuff like that nobody is looking for, it will make you for a great ref. I just want to say what that is. The other side of the game is we had the Seahawks and the 49ers. I actually picked the 49ers to win this game. I thought that I think I want it for them more than they do, as far as I feel like San Francisco, man, has been that team for probably the last decade that all of a sudden you look up and you're like, they're running the NFC West. They got one of the best offensive linemen. They got probably one of the best, tacticians when it comes to coach. This, that, and the third, man. And I walked away from that game. It's like, God dang it. Kyle might be a thing where he just chokes. His teams just choked in big moments. And that they had perfect weather. And I can't take nothing away from the Seahawks because the Seahawks team, Mike McDonald, sheesh. Hey, that's who they should have kept in Baltimore.
I was just about to bring that up too.
Right,
just because of the comment I saw in the chat.
Yes, man. I just go ahead.
Just real quickly. I just thought the McDonald's side of things. Coaching matters.
It does.
And I know coaches gonna love that statement. I mean, coaching matters. It just does.
Yeah.
And you saw how quickly moving one piece changed everything around.
Yeah.
Changed, and we've seen it over and over and over again. Moving one piece, changing everything around, all the way down to the mentality of how organization is ran.
Yep.
And that's what happened. You came over there and you instilled a culture that everyone believes in. And like I said earlier, you could tell they move on one accord. Yeah, I don't care if they say they don't listen to the outside noise. They hear the outside noise. They just don't buy into it. That's the difference. It's not that I'm staying off of social media and I don't watch no TV and things. I don't believe it. In fact, I may watch it because I laugh at it. It may build me up. Oh, Sam Darnold, you can't do this and can't do that. Well, I'm in the playoffs.
Right.
Well, I have another team that's going there. Whether you look at me that way or not, I got another team there back to back. Now, yeah, he'll have to prove it in the playoffs and things like that. But now I have a team around me. And this team, more than just offensively, can do some things and make some movements.
I got a stat for you, Dave, to add to your comment. 2023, Mike McDonald was with Baltimore. The Ravens had the #1 ranked defense in the league. The Seahawks had the 25th ranked defense in the league. He's been there for 2 years. The Ravens have the 18th ranked defense in the league, and they're not that good. They're not 18th ranked. You watch them, it's bad. Seahawks have the #2 ranked defense in the league.
Yep. Coincidence?
Not at all. Not at all, buddy. And the crazy thing is they have mostly the same people on defense in Seattle. Remember a couple of years ago, we were talking about, man, how bad that Seattle defense was, this, that, and the third. They only added literally maybe a couple of people, literally. The same squad comes in, completely changes around. And you're seeing that a lot in places like a New England. Same team.
Please happen for the Giants, but go ahead.
Yeah. Same
players
team.
Are there. You just ain't.
Again, Tennessee, congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah, definitely did. Definitely did.
On the 49ers side, man, yes, they went out Trent Williams. The first time he was injured, the first game he missed all year, the all-world tackle. But that that game, I felt like there was a bunch of big brain things that was happening where someone said that coaches overthink it. They were doing stuff during that game where it didn't look like the regular 49ers squad. And I think this was probably the year that would have been the easiest for the 49ers if they had won this game. They would have been the number 1 seed. That means they would have had a bye. They only had to win two games. Meaning that you were probably playing the lowest remaining seed, and then you're looking at playing home for the Super Bowl. Now you're looking at going on the road, playing against whoever the 4th seed is going to be. It could be either like a Carolina or Tampa, but you're on the road. And then there was plays that were just missed in that game. You can see Kyle was like, "What happened?" Like Brock Purdy wasn't really sharp that game.
So let me get right to that, and then we can let Earl go on it. This is where I say sometimes you outsmart and outcoach yourself.
Yeah.
And Shanahan lost the coach of the year in this game.
He did.
Hands down. He was up there for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost the coach of the year in this game because they lost this game because of him.
Mm-hmm.
How does that offense move? What person does it move around?
Christian McCaffrey all day.
Okay. You know how many carries he had?
He had he only had like less than 10.
He had 8.
Okay.
He had 8 carries for 23 yards. How does that happen? How does it happen? You're not even getting blown out. How does it happen?
Right.
It's not like you're down by 3 touchdowns. There's no way I'm keeping that ball out of his hands. But somehow he wasn't touching the ball. They don't have the stellar people there. You know, Kittle, he played, but he was injured.
He was.
Kittle's injured. You know, what are you're relying on Jennings? Like, I don't know who you're going for. So if you're leaving Purdy back there to get smashed, and that's exactly what happened. He got creamed.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even thought the offensive line was on the field. Like, they were just calling plays where it was just straight shots on Purdy with multiple people. I'm surprised he finished that game. He almost did it. And then McCaffrey's not even getting ball enough to stop me from blitzing. What are we doing?
Yeah.
McCaffrey had 23 rushing yards.
Yeah.
And you both will agree with this. Again, why is it that coaches decide that, because if you look at this, I've been watching the 49ers throughout the season. They've had a completely different game plan when Mac Jones was in there. Go back and watch those games. McCaffrey, all those guys, and they had the same players, Jennings, all of them, all year. Then they bring back Purdy, and then they don't run the same game plan. It's the same thing. Yes, Washington had a horrible season, but the games that I saw Marcus Mariota play, the game plan was completely different than when they had Jaden in there. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Go with what works. You're overthinking it. Purdy's not going nowhere. He has nothing to prove. Y'all paying him $200+ million. Okay, work with the game plan. Is he not comfortable with that? What you got? Coach said you got outcoached. You outcoached yourself. You
Purdy
really
can
outcoached
get it
yourself.
there, but when you have less than 2 seconds to throw the ball, and even when you have more time than that, the way he was getting knocked, I guarantee you he had a shot clock in his head.
Yes.
I guarantee you.
Yes.
He was sitting up there like, nah, somebody's about to pop me. Like, it's crazy.
You hitting things, man. You need quick passing. You need draw plays. You need screens. You need to get McCaffrey anyway. I know they were probably extra spine here, but that's when it opens it up for the Jennings of the world and stuff like that.
I don't care if he gets 1, 2, 3 yards here and there.
It's
the fact that I'm not going to stop running.
Exactly.
And you always got to be in fear of McCaffrey. Saquon's the same way. Saquon could average 1 to 2 yards for like 10 carries.
Right.
That 11th, 12th, 13th one, he busted for 60 yards. But if you stop, you never get there.
Yep.
And you also, if you stop, the defense knows, I don't even have to worry about that.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about the biggest player offensively on the field. So what does that open up?
Yep. Everybody else, to your point, they have one of the best fullbacks / tight ends in the league still, I believe, in Juszczyk. Utilize him. utilize him. Yes, they didn't have Parasol. How do you say his name personally? How you say him? He wasn't there, but you still had guys there, man. You had the opportunity. Your game plan was just flawed.
Before they ran it flawlessly.
Yeah.
They ran the game plan flawlessly to a point where people were surprised. And that's why I say he was up for coach of the year, because you were just like, man, I didn't see them being able to do this.
Yep.
And then they come out the very next week with everything on the line, and you're like, oh, yeah, this is what I was supposed to see the week before.
And I believe in this game, I forget what play it was. This was one of the games. This happened last night where they took points off the board. Instead of them going for the field goal, I believe it was, they end up going for like a 4th and some type. I'm like,
in a game that you lost by 10.
Yeah. On a play call was bad,
but only lost by 10.
Yep.
Was down by 7 at half.
Yep. You had a 4th and 1. I think it was a 4th and 1 play. They dropped back to throw. Bruh, 4th and 1. Unless I know that you got Marshawn Lattimore as a corner. Sorry, guys, but whatever. I'm running that ball down your throat. 4th and 1. Get out of here. Get. I don't understand it. And decisions like that, in a nutshell, is why there's a day coming up, and then we'll talk about the playoffs after this. A day coming up that a lot of people aren't looking forward to. And it's not just Black Monday anymore. It's Black Sunday as well. Because
right after.
It's going to be some coaches today made get fired right after the game.
Too.
A couple of names, potential firings. It may or may not happen. You're talking about Pete Carroll from the Raiders, Jonathan Gannon. I think he's all but out of the Cardinals. Raheem Morris for the Falcons. Yeah.
No, Raheem ain't going nowhere.
Mike McDaniel, and the one that should have his stuff packed for the game, Kevin Stefanski, with other names being notable names like Mike Tomlin, Sean McDermott, which I don't still know how he's still in Buffalo. Brian Callahan, absolutely get him out of Tennessee, and then Brian Daboll was already fired. Out of those names I listed, which one has to happen, and which one is surprising?
Definitely Pete Carroll got to go.
Pete Carroll should have never came back.
Pete Carroll, like I told Dave this offline, I said, once he made that call in the Super Bowl, that should have been the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? That should have been the end of it. But yeah, Pete Carroll got to go. Stefanski has to go. It's pissing me off that his name was coming up.
I'm so glad you said that, because in a way I want him to stay. So we don't even have that conversation.
I don't even want him to stay. I don't even, like. It's like I'm double dog daring. I'm double dog daring the Giants organization to let him come in the building for an interview. For an interview. I'm double dog daring you. Please, yo.
Oh man, look,
like, he got to go. I think everybody. I mean, Raheem, no, because I feel like even though this was this is Raheem's first year, right?
No, Raheem Morris. No, he's been there for a couple of years, brother. Raheem Morris has been there for at least 2-3 seasons.
This has got to be his second. It can't be. I feel like he just got there when Penix got there.
You might be right. I want to say at least his second season right here.
Yeah, so second season. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're gonna give him at least one more. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna go. I mean, now I think they need to figure out too, and they need to make a real.
Yeah, 2 years.
Conference, 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but then he was the assistant and interim coach for them from 2015.
Yeah, that
right.
But I think they need to have a real conversation of what they're gonna do with the quarterback situation, because Kurt is out of there. Captain Kirk is out of there. He's about to face another bag. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't seem
20 million plus.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like they're all in on Penix. But to be honest with you, I don't think Penix is bad. I just feel like, they ain't really developed that man like they should.
It's not only that, they're acting shocked off of him being injured as if they didn't see his whole college career.
Yeah.
His whole college career he's injured.
Yeah, and he's older.
Hey, I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna piss some people off. Raheem Morris is coaching that team. Now, the record doesn't show it, but it's some similarities. He's coaching that team like Mike Tomlin coaches the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's no reason in hell that the Atlanta Falcons should be anything less than a 10-win season. You got Bijan Robinson out there,
who should have 20+ catches, carries every single game.
You got Kyle Pitts, who they still have not. They don't know what they do to unlock him. You got what's the wide receiver's name?
London.
London as well. You got one of the best offensive lines in the entire league, and you watch them. They just make stupid, ill-advised decisions during the games, which I don't get. And then you look at who your offensive coordinators are, which is why Pete Carroll should be fired, because Pete Carroll should have been fired because you saw that Chip Kelly was fired. You know why Chip Kelly was fired? Chip Kelly, who was the offensive coordinator, they just offered him a job somewhere in college. Was they idiots? I think UCLA, I think. Chip Kelly was calling plays for the Raiders that they didn't even practice, bruh. Pete Carroll, do you not have a headset? Do you not attend practice? Do you not hear that? He's like, wait, you call what? We didn't even
not realize that you pissed off the best player on your team.
Right.
One legit star that you got.
Right.
And that's the person you want to piss off at the end of the season.
The coaches, man, the only person up here that really, Mike McDaniel, coach, offensive coordinator there. Then you got Kevin Stefanski on that bullshit. We'll get to that in a second because I'm going to let us just lean into that. But all this, these geniuses they bring in, some of these guys, some of them only are meant to be coordinators. Some of them only meant to be assistants.
That's a fact.
They are not leader of men at all. If you go to Sean McDermott, those teams have been good in Buffalo, but not because of Sean McDermott. It's just because they got an all-world quarterback. Because how many games have they decided that, hey, Josh, go win it for us? And Sean McDermott has made the most idiotic decisions as a coach. That 14-second game against Kansas City, he would have been fired right after that, bro. Period. I don't know how that happens. Mike Tomlin, it still remains to be seen. People gonna ride.
And you let every weapon lead the building over there with the Bills.
Yeah, that's who. Yeah, and Brian Daboll.
I feel like the Bills coach need to go.
Yeah.
Because I think the Bills is moving like.
There you go, Northwestern. Good luck, guys.
The Bills is moving
you played yourself.
Like KC. Only difference is he ain't Andy Reid and he ain't Spags. You know what I'm saying?
He's not.
My thing is like, it's only but so long that you can keep riding on the coattails of your best player.
Yeah.
Until you injure them, like KC. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, real talk, KC, who I would fire, the GM need to go. You know what I'm saying? Because shame on him for not picking up on not putting stuff for like legitimate stuff on them. Like
and you trade away or let go of your
you let go of your offense line. Ain't a good part some key people on your defense. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, like that's how you got your $500 million man hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to overcompensate. But I think honestly, the Bills coach, he got to go. You know what I'm saying? Damn, what was he talking about right before I got on now? Because I wanted to say, that's what I wanted to say. Yo, no.
We get him.
Shawn,
we saving him.
I'm a little disappointed. And throughout the year, like I've said this, even last year.
It's fine.
I don't know what it is with you and Mike Tomlin, bro. I don't know. I mean, that man is from the 7-5. Like, he don't do that. Despite all stuff, like he is a good coach, bro. He ain't had a losing season, yo. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like this unfair treatment by this brother. You know what I'm saying? Because he's done something that, and Gary, if you could just fact check this, he's done something that I don't think no other coach, period, has done. He ain't never had a losing season.
In what, 20 seasons or something like that?
I don't think ever, right?
No, I'm saying that's how long it is.
He hasn't.
So my thing is like there should be no negative talk about him at all, yo. And if the Steelers are dumb enough to let him go, please let him go, and then we'll take him.
Well, to my point to that is, it's not. I don't dislike Mike Tomlin at all. We're talking about if your standard.
I feel like it's just unharsh. It's a little bit of unharsh.
No, if your standard is
he
to
knows
win
from the streets.
Yeah, like, it's a backstory.
For me, man, if your standard is to win and actually compete for championships, that should be what it is. My thing with them is, yes, he's never had a losing season, but don't let's not gloss over the fact is what type of season are we talking about? We're talking about 500 seasons. Yes, I know teams like the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cleveland Browns, they would love to have a average non-losing season. The thing is, though, my thing is the message sometimes is goes stale. If you really are trying to win a championship, then you're not setting yourself up for success. Because here, after all this, they're probably going to be one and done. And then Aaron Rodgers is gone, and you're still going to be circling the wagon to find a quarter. You still don't have a quarterback. My biggest thing for this, you still don't have a quarterback here. So what you're going to do is, if you're fine with being average, then fine. That's what you do. That's just me saying is, if it had been anybody else, or if he had been in another market, if he had been in New York, LA, or something like that, he's not going to be there 20 years, bro. No, barely winning it. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying. But my thing is, I feel like you also got to remember, like, one, ain't nobody, I don't care how good you are, how storied your organization, you're not competing for a Super Bowl every single year. You know what I'm saying? That is the goal, but that's not the reality.
True.
Two, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, bro, like, you also got to go with what you have to work with. Like, ever since Ben left, there's been issues in terms of finding them a real quarterback. They thought they had one in Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? He ain't turned out to be one. You know what I'm saying? Then they tried to bring Fields in. He wasn't it. They tried to get Russ. He wasn't it. So it wasn't that they didn't try, because they definitely used some draft picks, you know what I'm saying, for some quarterback. It just didn't work out. But what I give him respect for is, even still with these half-ass QBs, they still found a way to win and stay over 500, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, he only working with the cards that he have dealt. Now, then we look at it and we say, all right, this year, right? We're like, yo, could they have done something and picked up like a Shador? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But what y'all didn't know is that Dart was on their draft board. We just moved first. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, and then my thing is too, with Aaron Rodgers, it was like, yo, they got him they was trying to hold out, and they got him at the last minute. But I don't think heart of hearts that he really wanted. I think he was just the best available option. But now he's going to be thinking like, all right, cool. What am I going to do now? Because, yo, we got to make some picks, some moves within this draft to pick up a quarterback. And I ain't going to hold you. Yo, their franchise quarterback is not going to be in this draft.
Nah, not at all.
Nah, put Gary's thing up there. That's crazy. The winningest coach ever.
Yeah, I mean,
respect for that. Respect for that. So that's he's Mayweather. Is Mayweather right now versus what's my man name? There's a boxing. There's a boxer who had like over 70 or 100 bouts, but he only lost like 1 or 2 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how you comparing it.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So, but thank you, Dan. I mean, thank you, Gary. Appreciate it.
Hopefully, Don handed that down to his son, because that might be our coach.
Right. So let's talk about this other coach.
Coming right back.
Kevin Stefanski. I don't know what the allegiance is to this coach. It's just been a poop show with him in Cleveland throughout the entire season. What I do see is happening, though, even if they do fire him, which they should. I feel like this is going to be a situation where they're going to lay the chaos that happened in Cleveland this year at his feet, and it'll let the GM or the owners off the leash. When we all know what was said at the beginning of the season when they drafted Shador and all the other stuff Garrett. That they did. They kept Garrett there. They drafted Gabriel. This whole thing is just bad. And it was so blatant during games this season to where that you can't watch the NFL these days and not believe in that there's something's up. There's some, not everything is a conspiracy theory. It's just what it is. When you can watch a game with the New Orleans Saints, I want to say it was the Miami Vikings or whatever that was, that playoff game, when the defender blatantly ran into the receiver, everybody in the world saw it and they did not call it. it makes you question everything that happens with the NFL.
Gary is in his bag right now, just by the way, just to let you know.
I see. I know I see him. I see him. I see him.
Go ahead.
So the fact that we watched take place where at one point the Cleveland Browns had like nine quarterbacks, it seemed like. They traded a third rounder for Kenny Pickett, who they ended up getting a fifth rounder back from him or something like that. Then they had Joe there, got rid of him. They drafted Dylan Gabriel, who is probably the same height as me. That ain't work out. Then you all of a sudden you circle the block and drafted Sador, which I think everybody believes that individuals colluded to make sure that he did not go in the top 3 rounds at least.
Absolutely.
And now he'll get fired because whatever the reason may be, they were like, he either how he handled the coaching aspect of it or the fact that the team is just so bad. And it's beyond the quarterback position. I mean, their special teams is bad, bro. Their defense should be is horrible outside of, Myles Garrett. What y'all got, man? Because gosh almighty.
Okay, so let me see where I can start here.
I'll finish wherever you end off.
Okay. Yeah. So I can't throw all of this on Kevin Stefanski.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? The organization as a whole is trash. Let's start with the owner. The owner blatantly didn't want Shador. You know what I'm saying? Cool. But it's crazy because out of all 5 of those QBs, he was the best one. You know what I'm saying? Then Shador wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the GM, because the GM is the one that drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then my thing is too, you got this guy come in and it's like, you make it so obvious that you don't want him there. And then even with Stefanski, it's like, bro, like, I don't know if you moving like the owner because you didn't really want him or you just doing as you told, but it's like, yo, at the end of the day, bro, when you the coach, yo, you kind of got to be there for you got to be there for the players, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where your integrity comes in at. And it's like, yo, you made it so obvious that you didn't like dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you could tell that you wasn't building him up and you had no trust because your play calling was stupid. You'll be in that man and get you down in the red zone, and then you take him out and do some dumb shit. Excuse my language. And do some dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? About I don't know. Just you call it a dumb play.
Wildcat. Yeah,
Wildcat or some stupid. Like you call it a dumb play, and then you leave points. Going back to our earlier conversation, you leave points on the table, which could have caused you the game. My thing is, and it can be argued that had they to put Shador in maybe around the time that the Giants put Dart in, yo, the Browns might have had a chance to go to the playoffs because their defense kept them in a lot of games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where even as somebody like me who bets, I'm like, yo, if you playing for a good few weeks, if you playing the Browns, yo, I can't OD on the receiving and the rushing because yo, that defense, especially with Myles Garrett up there, they gonna hold it down.
Chasing that record too.
Yeah. So Stefanski, he gotta go. You know what I'm saying? The GM, I feel bad for the GM and I respect the GM because the GM was the only one that made sense in this whole scenario. But I could tell you, like, he ain't gonna be there too much longer. And then the owner is just the owner, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm real talk, if I'm any big time player, I'm not willingly going to the Browns. You know what I'm saying? And
especially if you're a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not willingly going to the Browns. But just how they treated Shador and just all this, like it's like I told y'all before, it's kind of like the Men of Honor movie. You know what I'm saying? Where they cut the bag of
the hose on them. Yeah, tools.
Well, no, they cut the bag of tools on them and said, and the tools spread all out in the water, and it's like, yo, figure it out. And that's what he's doing. It's like, yo, he's figuring it out. That's something that's like, yo, they
tag me.
Go ahead.
Tag me. All right. So, you said everything right. I would just go a little bit more blunt with it. Stefanski is holding on because he's holding on to his multiple Coach of the Year awards. Well, guess what? Dayball was Coach of the Year. Where's he at?
Yep, got that.
So I'll just put that out there. Number 2, you have wiped out your whole team besides Myles Garrett. You wiped out the whole team. Remember when they used to have the like the 2-headed monster back there in the backfield? What happened? Remember that?
Yeah.
Nothing back there. You got a revolving door of quarterbacks where they go to die since I don't even know. The last time I was even recognizing anybody was like Bernie Kosar. Wow. And I'm not even joking. Like, besides that, like, what are we talking about? Even though he had a hard year this year, look at Mayfield after he left.
Yeah.
Night and day, bro. Night and day. Yeah. When he was there, you were like, what is going on and why was he picked so high? Now you're like, okay, I could see it. Besides this year, it's like, nah. And even this year, even though he struggled through the year, he still kept his mentality like, we're going to get this. We're going to get this. And they won their last game. So he's not the Baker Mayfield of the Browns days. Just put it that way.
Yeah.
And then on defense, this is where I got to give my props and my flowers to Myles Garrett because
that's a lot, Gary.
How is he not up for MVP? I know he's on the losing team.
That's because he's on the losing team.
No. It's not even just that. I'm talking about a Garrett thing. How is he not on an every year basis up for an MVP award, being on such a ratchet team and still holding his own each and every year? And now, let's say he gets the sack today. And let's say he breaks the record. Isn't it bigger that you did that on a much subpar team that everybody is just focusing on stopping you and you still broke the record?
True.
Than a team that is loaded with all these defensive threats and you can't get it done? The MVP award is a QB award. I know.
Yeah, it's an offensive award.
It's a QB award. But you might as well just call it that. QB of the year. Because it's not MVP. What does MVP stand for? Most valuable player.
Right.
Who is the most valuable player on the Cleveland Browns? Why is the only reason people are in the seats?
Well, let me ask you this, and I agree wholeheartedly, but let me ask you this, and maybe here come what Gary could come in at. Has there been, and I'm just throwing it out.
I do believe this.
Has there been an MVP? No, I believe they're going to go without an interception. But has there been a most valuable player on a losing team? Yeah.
Not that I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably not. And that would be the one thing that you
and I think that if we were to say that,
what about when they when these teams win and they got a crazy defensive player? That still doesn't work.
That's very true. That is very, very true right there.
I agree. But I mean, I could just say, like, if that what I just said holds to be true, then I could see them using that as a point. Then at that point, I'm like, all right, cool. I still don't agree with it.
Yeah, because that's the MVP award and that's the Heisman. Yeah. Like, Heisman's a little bit more open if a running back goes off or something like that. But even with the defensively,
Heisman,
it's not even recognized. Like,
even with the Heisman, and even with any MVPs, it's like you gotta have your team got to be showing that reaping the benefit of what you're doing as well.
No, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
So even though football is hard to do that. Basketball, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? You could be one person and kind of take over the game. You know what I'm saying? Football, you can only control whatever side you're playing on. And that's it. You know what I mean? So
true, Eric.
But
just to end it back off of what you asked, Shawn, like, the one thing I fear, and it's what I said earlier, in a way, I just want them to keep Stefanski because I don't want no talk of him coming to the Giants. I swear to you, man.
Yeah.
I swear to you, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Especially if you're talking about developing quarterbacks. Who the fuck have you developed? Sorry. Apologize. Before we jump into these picks, man, of course, the wildcard playoffs start next week, man. January 10th through the 12th. It's going to be a lot of games, very important games today. Who's going to decide who's in, who's out, and who is on their way to hey, just pick a spot. Puerto Rico, Cabo, you know, you on the boat fishing, as Charles Barkley would say. All that, all that in between, man. I don't have the I've sent it up though. I don't have the recap for this week for the results yet.
Oh shoot.
But we'll get it up. We'll get it up later. But we will get into some picks, guys.
Look, I'll just tell you. Because I already know off the top of my head. I know Jay and I are tied at 167 after yesterday's games.
Nice.
And that's pretty much where we're at. So
that's all that matters, because
no one else matters. Yeah. Fair enough.
So the next person is about 10 behind.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm a long way behind, but you know, hey, I'm just sorry.
Gary or something. Or?
That's Gary. 10.
Yeah, it's cool. Let's just get into some picks, guys, and watch the football. And I'm smoking chili today. That's gonna be awesome. Let's get going. Let's get it going. One of the most important games of the day: Saints at Falcons. Falcons win. Panthers win the division and get into the playoffs. Falcons lose. Tampa Bay, even after them winning last night, Tampa Bay would not be in the playoffs, or would be in the playoffs if Falcons lose.
Wait. So if the Falcons win,
then the Panthers win the division.
Yep.
If the Falcons lose, Tampa wins the division.
Well, let me just say mine. The Panthers are in the playoffs because the Falcons are going to win.
I don't think they are, unfortunately. I'm going to pick the Saints in this game.
Well, that's crazy because the stuff that you already sent says the Falcons. So
you're right. I did. I already sent you the one. Damn it, I did. Never mind. I did.
Yeah, I sent any.
Damn it.
I mean, you can change. I already got.
No, he can't change here.
You know what's crazy?
No, can change. You can change all the way up to 1 o'clock.
I sent. You know what? No, I sent all of his picks. I did that. I did send you that.
I
was like, that's weird.
Yeah. You send these picks?
You changed it?
No.
You can. I just got to press it. Just tell me.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch that to the Saints. I'm gonna switch that to the Saints. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that to the Saints.
If the Falcons lose, who's in again?
The Falcons lose, Tampa Bay's in.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like who, like what type of mess with the Saints wanna like who they got it in for, like.
New Orleans, they well, here's the thing. New Orleans and Atlanta don't rock with each other at all.
No, this is going to be a good game regardless.
Right. So, yeah. So, I mean, if the Saints trying to stick it to Tampa.
Eric comment up there?
Yeah. Yes, and that too. Yeah, they're sitting their best players.
Who you got?
Who was that? Who was that?
It's just bad.
No,
I know Olave is not playing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's it.
I don't know about the other people, but I think their quarterback's playing. But I know Olave is not.
Yeah,
playing.
Everybody else is.
I don't think Kamara's playing either.
He ain't been playing the last five.
Well, there you go. So who you going with? I already picked mine.
So it's the same thing. All right, cool. I would go with I'll go with the Falcons. Bro.
All right, Malik and Gary both got the Falcons, and Jaden got the Falcons.
Cool. Browns at Bengals. I got the Browns winning this game. I got Myles Garrett getting the sack with some help from Joe Burrow. Joe said, he said, I'm not gonna go out my way to keep him from getting sacked.
They don't need no help because their line is trash. So
they are. Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah. This is yeah. So I got the Browns in this game.
Hey, I want to go back. Can I change mine to the Saints?
All right.
Thanks. I ain't got nothing to lose.
And now the Browns aren't playing for draft positioning at this point. So hey, Shedeur will be back next season. And at this point, might as well just go ahead and win. There you go. Okay, let's go. Packers at Vikings. Packers at Vikings.
I mean, who did you have, Earl? Browns, Bengals?
Oh shoot. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
All right.
Hey Eric, you know what? That's a little lofty, but I ain't mad at that. I'm gonna say in the first half.
They said they definitely going for the first series. They might rush the whole goddamn team.
I ain't mad.
Somebody go get it. Oh man. Yeah. Packers at Vikings. I got Packers, man.
I
didn't
realize how bad their quarterback position has been. The Vikings could still end up being 9-8 if they were to win.
I got the Vikings, and I don't even know who playing for the Packers, bro. I think they sitting everybody. Ain't nobody come up on these bets, so.
I mean, the Vikings, they playing their fourth string quarterback, I think, whatever his name is.
No, McCarthy's playing.
Is he playing it? I thought he wasn't playing today.
Yeah, he's playing.
I still got the Packers either way. I got the Packers.
McCarthy's playing, Addison's playing, and Jefferson's playing. Because you gotta also remember too, like, even though a lot of these teams are out, it's a lot of, and this is an incentive week.
It is.
So a lot of people can get some extra bread. So,
I mean, is Love not playing?
I think Malik Willis.
He wasn't.
I think Malik Willis is playing. Yeah.
I don't know if Malik.
Are they sitting? I thought they said Malik was playing.
They didn't on FanDuel. They didn't have any of the Packers players up there on none of the bets. So that's why I said I don't know who's.
Maybe they just. But if I'm correct, I think Malik Willis is supposed to play this week. I believe.
And let me go back. That is one that I'll change.
I would go with the Vikings if I was you on that.
Malik, I know on one thing. Malik Willis is going to be. He's all the talk for the offseason. Like, he's the valuable commodity when it comes to quarterbacks being traded.
Oh no, Malik probably gonna have the highest stock because he shows. He is. Yeah.
He about to get.
Malik, I would take it. I would stay where I'm at.
He about to cash out for sure. He gonna cash out. Boo!
Love is always gonna get hurt.
Cowboys at Giants. Shit. Cowboys. Sorry. It's Cowboys, man.
Yeah, the Cowboys, they want to get that little win to say that they went 500. So I'm gonna say Cowboys. Yeah. We at home too? Oh my god. Yeah, we are at home.
Yeah.
Because I was in.
You ain't going?
No, that's funny because I went to go get some breakfast and there was a guy in there saying, "Yeah, I'm taking these kids." He ain't had no paraphernalia on. Yeah, I'm gonna take these kids. I got some free tickets to go see the Giants, and they gave him field passes.
Oh man,
I wanted to say something smart so bad.
Oh, you out there punishing them kids? What
exactly. They do? Hey, y'all in trouble. Let's go to the Giants game.
Oh wow!
Can we just go to the wow. Across the
Oh, see. Well,
I still believe in what's the name though? He has a hell of a way of coaching his backup quarterbacks. So I'm with it.
Who?
Up in Packers. It's LaFleur, yeah. Jags or Titans at Jags. Congratulations. You played yourself. This will be Gannon's last game as their coach in Tennessee. I got the Jags winning this game.
Yeah, I got the Jags. Yeah, it shouldn't be. It's their fault. Like, you might as well just stay with the dude. Shoot. Man, let Stefanski go over there.
Bruh.
Develop him.
Your coach, I mean, your quarterback literally said, and I quote, if we being real, what did he say? We are ass. Is what Cam Boyd said during the press conference. And they didn't even bleep that shit out. He was like, if we being real, we ass. You know how bad it's got to be.
You probably got some flack over that too.
For a rookie to say, "Hey man, we ass." That's what he said. Oh man, that's hilarious to me.
I know which other way you want me to swing it, bro. You trash, bro.
Oh man, Colts at Texas, man. I feel so bad for my pick, man. I thought the Colts was up there and it all fell apart. I apologize, but the Texans, otherwise, she's peaking at the right time. Texans, man.
Texans.
I got the Texans in this game.
Do the Texans got one?
Like, is it I know they're sitting players. They're sitting, I believe.
I know Collins not
wide receiver.
Yeah, Collins not, but Schultz and Jayden Higgins is playing, and Stroud is playing.
Yeah, and I don't think
defense out there.
Yeah, they gonna keep them going. Like, you can sit folks, man, but
I'm gonna go with the Colts because I feel like the Colts gonna play.
Hey, Eric. Hey, anybody ask for that extra? The U is back.
Rivers is not playing. I forgot who's quarterback.
You know, it's Riley.
Yeah, don't be disrespectful. You know, Tennessee did Tennessee make a bowl game this year? I just want to point that out.
Tennessee.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm saying.
I told you, man. That Tomlin thing came from the streets. That was, you see what I'm saying?
I saw a joint that said, "Hey," I saw a guy that was like, "Hey, man, look, we told y'all we didn't want Miami in the playoff and want them to win because their fans. First of all, they're ridiculous. Yes, we are. We are ridiculous. So just let you know. Jets at Bills. The Jets about to set the record for the first team in a whole calendar year when it comes to NFL. Well, not calendar year, but season that don't get one interception, which is crazy.
Let go to one player to get that interception,
right? And your head coach is like an all-world former quarterback back in the day, which is wild.
That is true.
I got the Bills.
I got the Bills. I got the Bills.
Girl, you got the Jets?
Come on now.
I got the Bills. Oh, man. Oh man, that's it. Oh man.
The music
City Bowl. All right then. That's all you need to know. All right then. Lions at Bears. I feel like Coach want to end on a high note, man. I feel like he want to end on a high note. And I picked the Lions for this game.
I got the Bears.
I got the Bears. They're home.
Hey, cut that shit out there, buddy. We are not equivalent to them at all.
You know what? Hey, Eric, you know what?
Cut it out.
They're not there, but they're getting there. And I see it with this.
I would not be aligned. I would not be aligned. I don't believe in no stars. I don't even believe
it's a lot of Cowboys that used to be to you. So yeah, I see the similarities.
I can't even. It's hard for me to even argue this bull jive because that's Next, John, Chargers at Broncos.
You got the Broncos.
I got the Chargers in this game.
You shouldn't. The Chargers are sitting everybody.
Well, ain't that some shit?
You want to change that? Herbert's sitting.
Well, damn. Who's their backup quarterback for them?
I have no idea.
Don't they have Heineke or something like that?
Allen will be playing though because he got some money to make. He need 9 yards to get
stick with the Chargers.
$250,000 and 2 touchdowns to get another $250,000.
I'm gonna switch to the Broncos. Of course, I made all these picks yesterday before I realized who was sitting. But hey,
we all did. Well, besides
Earl. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I got the Broncos on these. That's wild. Ain't nobody sitting this game.
Don't need to. They don't need to.
Oh, that's funny.
Doesn't matter if the starters play or not.
Hey, he might actually have a good day too, which is wild. Hey, Trey Lance.
You can pick him. You can still pick him.
Yeah, I got. Oh, God.
You want to stay with the Chargers?
You know what? I'm riding with Harbaugh. Give me my Chargers back, man.
All right.
Yeah, give
I'm
my
going
Chargers.
off the defense, so give me the Chiefs.
I'm not a fan of Sean Payton at all. I'm just saying. I got the Chiefs. Who playing for them? I don't even know. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, I just think the Raiders didn't come this far to lose that number 1 spot. So
not at all. They lose
when you tell me that you're sitting Max Crosby and he's fine and he's like, look, I've been playing a little bit injured the whole goddamn year. So hey, you know that's equivalent to, did you see Earl, our tight end Theo Johnson?
Nah, what happened?
The Giants told him we're sitting you out for illness. He said he posted, I'm not sick. And he was at the Knicks game last night.
Oh, man.
At the Knicks game last night and he posted, I'm not sick.
I ain't mad though. At least they finally doing something that makes sense. I ain't mad.
What the funniest funniest thing that could happen in this game, the Raiders win this game accidentally and they fire Pete Carroll on the sideline. Jeez, bro.
Get fired during the game.
Nah,
yeah. We gotta get you on out of here. We fired the coach at halftime. Oh my God. Chris Alatuki.
I would love it if the Raiders won and we lost. Oh, yeah. I think there's still that will put us there.
That's wild.
Well, no. We still wouldn't get first. The best we can get is second place. I mean, second pick.
It goes because it's about a strength of schedule.
Strength of schedule, right?
So if we lose, because I was reading it today, if we lose, right, we could get second place, second pick.
Yeah.
If we win, we can go as far as the 7th.
Yeah. And here's the thing with that. The strength of schedule ain't what you think it is. It's the person, if I'm correct, I read it. It's the person with the lowest strength of schedule ends up getting the pick, which is crazy. I'm like, all right, you guys suck. Cardinals at Rams. Rams, because their team is just good, even if they sit players against this Cardinal squad. I mean, hey.
I got the Rams.
They said Kyler. They said Kyler weeks ago. It's like, nah, you're not gonna mess this up.
That's an interesting conversation all season. I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, and they still owe him bread too. But
you mess around. I think I said it before. You mess around, you're gonna see him on the baseball team.
That's crazy. Or
you see him on the Jets.
Or you see him in Minnesota. How crazy would that be?
Yeah. You see him in Cleveland.
You got Earl. You got the Rams.
Yeah, I got the Rams. Said the Rams.
Hey, just to let you know, I would have to check this out, but it says the New York Giants still have a chance to get the number 1 pick, but it's a long shot because
they need other people
lose to the Cowboys. They need the Raiders to beat the Chiefs, and at least one of the Falcons, Bears, Browns, or Seahawks must also lose or tie. Falcons, Bears, Browns, Seahawks.
Seahawks. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes.
Oh man.
We could just rock with the second. I'm good with the 7 pick. I'll be honest with you. Like we could get what we need.
We're trading back regardless.
So
facts. Dolphins at Patriots. I think this is something on the line for them, if I'm correct. The Patriots need to win this game to make sure they hold on to that number 1 seed, if I'm correct. Because if the Jags win, I believe the Jags and the Patriots lose, I think the Jags can get the number 1 seed.
Well, all I know, I don't know about all of the ins and outs.
I don't know.
Drake May is playing, so
Patriots. One more time for the road. Congratulations, Tennessee. You played yourself. Yeah.
And they might just end up doing what they did last week against the Jets and rout them and then just sit.
Yep.
Take them out.
Commanders at Eagles.
Yeah, they at home.
Yeah. I mean, we got Josh Johnson playing. I mean, that's all. Yeah. That's all I got. We know who that is. We didn't have to go no further than that. The game of the night, though. Sunday Night Football. In my opinion, the loser should get fired. But that ain't gonna happen. Hey, look. Hey, I know for a fact that Eric will agree that John Harbaugh needs to go. But that's neither here nor there. Ravens at Steelers on Sunday Night Football to determine who wins the NFC North. The AFC North. Lamar Jackson said he's playing. I believe I picked the Steelers in this game. I did pick the Steelers to win this game.
Yeah, I got the Ravens.
I got the Ravens.
This would have came down to the wire for me if DK was playing, but without DK, I don't know what they're going to generate.
He's still suspended?
Yeah, he's 2 games.
Suspended for 2 games.
And he lost $40 million in guaranteed money.
No, he didn't. They wiped that.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, it was up. It was up for him. They could have voted it out, but they already said they're not playing with that.
Sorry. I don't want to take money out of another man's pocket, but if you do something stupid, you deserve to lose that money.
And my thing is, if you was going to do all that, you should have beat the brakes off of this dude.
Facts, shit.
All you did was grab
I'm snatching you out of the stands if it's going to cost me all this. But no, it's good. He get to keep that money. Hey, question. Is Stephon Diggs playing in that Patriots game?
Sure,
I think he is playing. They're just going legal actions right now.
No, he has incentives. So
but he's talking about the legal side of things if they were stopping him from playing.
Oh no, he's out there.
Hey, I mean, hey, I'm just saying.
Damn.
He ain't like my Tennessee comment.
Taking it to the streets.
Hey, like.
Hey.
Yeah, I got Steelers in this game. The defense for the Ravens pissed me off every week, and the play calling pisses me off this week because I feel like, hey, this week you should run Derrick Henry. They'll do the exact opposite. It's like, you know what?
Yeah, but see, that happens in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Eric understands that. That's not even a diss. They'll win today to get into the playoffs to do what you just said.
I'm just saying, Eric. I just feel like they're gonna do some BS today. I feel like they're gonna do some BS today, and it's gonna be one of those weird, convoluted games. I would like the Ravens to win, but they just been disappointing. There. And that's our picks. Our last set of picks right now, at least for the regular season, guys. This happening.
Our regular season been over since happy for you guys to join besides let's see, maybe Eric and don't forget Gary has his second team looking good, the Jags.
Yeah. True.
Packers now. They don't look too good. Yeah, that's about it.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm having a horrible year. My Commanders are done. My ownership team looks bad. It's just been a bad year for football.
I'm a Giants and Michigan fan. I need you to kick rocks on that one.
Yeah. Facts. No one has had it harder than you this year between the Giants
I'm a Giants and Michigan fan, bro.
You said nobody had it harder than who?
Dave this year with the Giants and Michigan this year.
I've had it harder than Dave.
Why?
I am a Giants and Rutgers fan, bro.
Hold on.
But you're expected to be that.
No. Look, I'm not even talking about that. Hey, Earl, did your coach get caught up for messing around with an assistant and get fired? And then you can't have a
going to jail.
Right. Their whole 11
we went from stealing signs to putting people in jail.
You know what? And that's why y'all in the predicament y'all in. Y'all deserve everything y'all get, yo. You punk.
No, he didn't hit you with the punk. That was like the most laziest insult, punk. That's why you can't say nothing else. Hey man, we appreciate you guys. We'll be back sometime during the playoffs, probably when we get around to maybe after the wild card weekend. We might be here next week. I don't know. See how we feel, because it's depressing at this point. But you know what we will be back for, and it's in here somewhere. I thought I did put it in here. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. I did it. You see it across the bottom. The NFL, the Hot Seat Podcast 2026 NFL Draft Watchcast live April 23rd. First down coverage. Yeah. So we be back. 4 hours of insanity. We all back in that top 10 pick again. Ain't this some shit? It is what it is, man. Enjoy your Sunday, man. I'm about to go check on my chili. It's gonna be great. It's the Hot Seat. Go. We out.